everybody, this is Nadia here doing a product review for this Square Reader from SquareUp.com. For those of you who are not familiar with the Square Reader, basically it is a plug-in device in which you can take credit cards and debit cards from your customers if you're a non-traditional business that's mobile or on the go. So something like a food truck, or maybe if you do lessons of some sort, this would be a good device for you to use so that you can take credit cards and debit cards from your clients and not just have to take cash. Okay, I went to SquareUp.com to get it, and when I went to SquareUp.com, all I had to do was register, put in some account information like my name, my address, email address, but then you also have to put in some bank account information. And that is so the SquareUp can connect with your bank account so that when your clients pay you, that you can get paid as well. Now, initially, you don't have to put your bank account information in there. You can go ahead and order the Square Reader and they'll send it to you. And then once you get it, if you feel more comfortable putting your bank account information in, then you can do so. So when I received my Square Reader, it came in a package that looked like this. And as you can see, it shows a picture of exactly what you would be doing with the Square Reader. And I thought it was pretty nicely packaged. It came pretty quickly, even with the weather around here. It was snowing. And it came probably within 5 to 6 days. Once I open the package, it comes in this little folder that looks like this. It has some foam to protect it. And then when I open it up, you can see the Square Reader. I would just pop that out there. And then you have the Square Reader right here. Okay, this part is the part that would be inserted into the headphone jack, and then this part is the part that will be swiped when you swipe the actual card. So I think it's very well made. It's small, it's light, but it also feels very durable and sturdy. So that's a plus. So when I went to SquareUp.com and I put in all the information, they sent me this Square Reader for free. So I didn't have to pay anything. I didn't have to pay any shipping. It came straight to me for free. Now, I did read on their website though, if you were if you had an event that was maybe tomorrow and you really needed to have access to a credit card reader because you're doing an event, then you can go purchase these at places like Target and Best Buy and Staples, and I think they go for about $10. But if you're not really in a rush and you have time to spare, then I would recommend definitely going to SquareUp.com and just getting it for free and waiting a couple of days to get it. You can use the Square Reader on an Android phone, an iPhone, an iPad. I have not seen that you can use it on a laptop. I didn't see any information on the website, but I know with the newer laptops, sometimes you can download apps on it. And with this particular product, you will have to download an app. So if you are interested in using a laptop, I would just maybe research that a little bit further, maybe call the Square support team and see if that is actually possible. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the Square Register. All right, and then as the app opens, it takes me to a page in which it is called the library, and this is basically just a list of your different items that you might sell. For me, since I am doing a thrift store or retail, I have various items where it's men's, women's, housewares, furniture, accessories, and then also a discount possibly for loyal customers. It was very easy to plug these in. This is basically for organization purposes. So if I wanted to go to a category of women's and then I wanted to say that somebody was going to buy a dress, then it'll immediately pop up to the register that way, and I can go ahead and charge them for the dress, and then later on at the end of my day, I can go ahead and look and see how many dresses I sold that day and for how much, and how many blouses and pants and etc. I'm going to go ahead and X out of that, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the next tab, which this is basically the same thing as the category or the library tab, but it's an easier way to access it. So if I wanted to do easy checkout and I wanted to charge for a dress again, I would just click that right there and then it pops right there. So it's a quicker way to access your categories and information. Alrighty, now if I just wanted to do the register, which that's what the Square is known for, and I didn't necessarily want to put it into categories, or I did want to put it into categories, it's all the same. I would click on the register button here, And there I have my register, and up at the top you see that it says charge $0, and then you see over here that it says no sale, and then something that looks like a calculator here. I'm going to go ahead and charge myself for $1. So I press 1 and then the 2 zeros there, and then as you can see it starts to charge me $1.06. Now I have programmed it so that it would charge me tax at a rate of 6.5. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not for North Carolina, but I just put in a number just to see if it will work. And it is working. So it has charged me at 106, and then if I want to go ahead and charge that sale, I would hit the charge button. And then it asks me if I am receiving cash, card, or another payment. What you should know is that if you enter the card in, it is a different percentage rate that Square takes out than if you would swipe the card right out. So if you just swipe the card, it's at 2.75%. And if you enter in the number, it would be at 3.5% plus an extra 15 cents charge. Now, the only reason that I could see that you would maybe type the number in is maybe if you're doing a sale over the phone. I would think that you would maybe have to type the number in so that you can charge them because you're not able to swipe. So that would be the only reason I could see. But if you're dealing with customers hands-on and in person, then I wouldn't see a reason for you to have to hand type the number in and be charged a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the Square reader in the headphone jack. Normally, I would put this in the beginning before I even start the sale, but I wanted to make sure that I show you guys exactly how the app worked and exactly how what it starts to look like as soon as it pops up. Okay, now as you can see, it just popped up that the Square reader was connected, and so that means that I'm ready to go to swipe, and I'm going to choose to swipe. For safety purposes, I have covered my card, but I am going to swipe for the $1.06. So I'm going to go here. And as you can see, it is approved, and I'm going to sign. There, done signing, and then it's approved. And then it says, how would I like to receive my receipt? I'm going to go ahead and click text me the receipt. But you can also have an option to email them, which would really be great if you want to keep communication with your customers. But it would be up to them exactly what they would need to do. So I would go ahead and send that receipt, and then the message would be sent. And then I'm all done, and I'm ready to get a new sale started. Okay, so since you guys can't see my actual text message, I thought I would go ahead and resend it through an email just for video purposes so you can actually see what the receipt looks like. So this is my email opened on the iPad, and then it shows you that 106 that I have been charged. It even says that it's from the Bazaar Shop, which would be the name of my thrift store. And then it gives you everything that I purchased. So I didn't put the actual category that we talked about in the very beginning. I just gave it a custom amount of $1, and so that just means you just bought a product and it doesn't matter what it was. Okay, and then you see the 106. They even ask you if you enjoyed the experience for your business. That's where the happy face and the sad face come from. You actually have to pay an extra fee for SquareUp from SquareUp.com to actually see what customers say. So if you really value that feedback, then that may be something, an option that you can look into doing. Okay, so what I liked about the Square is I like that it's portable and it's mobile. You can use it on a phone, you can use it on an iPad. It really doesn't limit you there, and I really like that. I also like that it can work with Wi-Fi, but it also can work offline. So maybe if you're in a trouble spot where you don't have a hotspot, or maybe you're somewhere where there's no Wi-Fi at all, you can still use it and still charge people for your product. So I thought that was really, really great. Also, what I liked about it was that it was free. I like that they pretty much take the money from the percentage of your product rather than charging you an upfront fee ahead of time. I like that aspect of it, and that I didn't have to pay for shipping or anything else like that. The last thing that I really liked about it is that the website and the application was very simple and easy to use. Usually I'm kind of intimidated by apps and certain things that I'm unfamiliar with, but with the Square Up app, it was very, very simple. The register was very easy to use. It wasn't complicated. It was very simple technology. So I really, really like that. And also with the website, I was able to answer all my questions. If I had anything that I had a question about, I actually could just look through the website and find the answers that I needed. I actually didn't have to go to outside sources to figure out the answer. So I thought that was great. Okay, what didn't I like about the product? Actually, there wasn't really anything that I didn't like about the product. I would think for me to give an answer about what I don't like, I would have to kind of mess with it a little bit more. This is the first time that I've gotten it or used anything like this. So maybe after a couple months I could say, well, I think it would be better if this or that. But the initial reaction to it, I think it was great. I like that you can do sales tax. I like that you can categorize. So those were mainly my main things, just making sure that I can be organized in that sense. And it answered all my questions and it solved all my problems. So as far as things to change or something different, I think it's pretty good where it's at. I prefer the Square over other products. I would say yes, I would prefer the Square over other products. The competitor product would be if you did a merchant account with the bank and they gave you the actual credit card reader that a lot of stores have. What I don't like about the merchant accounts with the bank is that you will be charged a monthly fee in addition to a percentage that they take off of every item that you sell. So I know that people say that it may actually equal out. But I'm not quite sure about that. I like that the Square is just up front and it just says I'll take 2.75% of your sales, and then if you type in the card it's 3.5 plus 15 cents. I think that's pretty cut dry. It's very simple. I also like the fact that the Square is on your mobile devices, so that's something that you're typically going to have with you anyway. And it's not like something extra that you have to pull. I don't have to pull a credit card reader and make sure I have that with me, or that it's charged up or that it's ready to go. I'm not sure how they work that much, but I like that it's just a simple portable device that you could just plug into your mobile unit that you're already going to use anyway. All right, everybody, that is the end of my product review. I hope that I answered all of your questions and that you do understand exactly what the Square Reader can do. And if you would like to order it, you can go to www.squareup.com. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.